Hi everybody, I know you all have been waiting for my puff puff recipe. Here it is, guys. Hi everybody, welcome to EJ Kim's channel, and this is Dylan's kitchen. I'm sure everybody has been waiting for this video for a long time. So this particular video is plantain puff puff. What do you do with your plantain that is almost gone bad? What do you do with them? I've literally had this plantain for a very long time in my fridge. So, and I was like, I will not throw you away. I will not throw you. No, the food doesn't get wasted in my house. So I was like, what will I do with this plantain? I remembered I used to see videos of people making plantain with puff puff. So I was like, let me try it. This is my first time trying this, guys. So yes, I said, let me try this. So first of all, I had to mash the plantain. I mashed it. Hey, I used my fork to mash. Meanwhile, I was doing my cooking. No, I was making pepper soup here. No, I think I was making banga soup here. So this is how the plantain came out when I finished mashing it. Like, I mashed it for a very, very long time. Then I had to bring another bowl for my flour. I brought out my sugar. Yes, I hardly measure, especially if it's for the house. If it's not for sale, I hardly measure my flour. So I'm really sorry, but I'm thinking this is 2.5 cups, but not more than 2.5 cups. The measurement looks more like a 2.5 cups of flour, and I had to put. Yes, I used my cup to measure my sugar, but trust me, I didn't use all the sugar. Remember, there's plantain in this, so yes, I reduced my sugar. I just used 1/2 cup of sugar for 2.5 cup of flour. Then the next thing I added was salt. Oh, salt gives it a whole different taste. When you add salt to your puff puff, guys, trust me, you will love it. Then yes, I just used 3 ingredients for my puff puff: yeast, sugar, water, flour. Okay, apparently 4. So yes, I added my yeast there. I used 2 sachets of yeast. I got this yeast from Little Store, and it comes in I think inside the whole sachet is it's about 8 of it. So I used 2 out of this one. Then I started putting water. I had to mix to the density I wanted the flour to be like, there's a certain way people want the flour to be. But remember that there's plantain in this one. You need to be careful so that you don't over put dough in it, like overdo the mixing. And also it has to be thick to a certain level so that you don't go and fry your puff puff and it's feeling really watery. So I added in more flour. So guys, now let's say we are now up to 3 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, and I did my mixing with 2 yeast. So yes, then I put in my excuse me, I put in my plantain. Yes, after mixing it up. After mixing it up, guys. So yes, after mixing it up, guys, I make sure that I mixed all my dough, my flour, my sugar, my yeast into a bowl. Then I put in my plantain. My plantain was the last thing I did, and I had to beat this thing. I beat this batter. I beat the life out of it. You know now. Look at it, look at it. I had to beat it to a certain. You beat it to a certain consistency. Then yes, then here you go. You have your stuff. Then yes, I usually cover my puff puff for at least 30 minutes. Yep, there you go. So I set it aside. Remember, guys, I told you all that I was cooking. I was making banga soup here, but my dear, the banga soup video will come when it comes, because putting it together is a lot of work. So I've been lazy. So I only do the videos I feel like, okay, it doesn't take too much of my time to do. So here now, I'm just washing my hands, trying to tidy up what I'm doing, while we are still waiting for our puff puff to rise. Yes, wait for our puff puff to rise, guys. So yeah, so we're back again, and at this point, remember I said I was cooking, so I had to wash my shrimps. I don't even know why this video is a part of this. I'm really sorry for this error, guys. Trust me, creating a content is so hard that you mix up a lot of videos. So yep. I washed my shrimp. I used shrimp to make my banga soup, but I'll show the video in another content. This was actually an error, pardon me. So let's go back to our puff puff. So after 30 minutes, my puff puff was ready, and I had to now start frying. I used my deep pot because I needed to make it rise. Puff puff, it might not look like it has risen, but inside the oil, it will now arise. Like Jesus rose. It will now be rising up. good. So yeah, this is my puff puff, and look at the way I puffed it in. Many people say they are not good with putting their puff puff into the oil, so watch my hand. I had to make it slow this time around. Are you seeing? You bend it, then you puff it out with that finger. You puff it out, guys. Yes, my oil was not so hot here because I'm really trying to be careful with my heat. Remember, there's plantain in this particular puff puff. You don't want to fry it. It's looking all brown, and inside you're eating raw puff puff. So I had to make sure my oil was not too hot, my puff puff was cooked properly, and everything was done nicely. So yeah, look at my puff puff. Oh my god, trust me, I literally almost forgot my spoon inside my oil, and this almost, and yes, the oil spots my, it spots my frying, it's my frying fake. I was so pissed with it, but anyway, no wahala, we've learned our lessons. So yeah, this is my puff puff. Guys, this particular puff puff I didn't give anybody. I ate it myself with my full chest. Yes, you heard me. I gave nobody. Apparently, my other sister came to see me that evening. So, yes, she ate a few. She was like, "Can I take some home?" I said, "No, you can't. I'm really sorry. This particular puff puff is mine and mine alone." Guys, yeah, you can be selfish sometimes. I know. So, this period, I was selfish. Normally, I always send my puff out, but I said, let me be selfish this time around. So, yes, I had this puff puff to myself. So, watch how I did it again, guys. Always use your skewer to turn your puff puff. Don't use your fork or spoon to turn your puff puff. Always try and get a skewer to turn it. That's my advice. And look at how it is, guys. Let me know if you're going to try this. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.